had a bit of a newfound respect for Bonnie
Wow,
Blue.
okay. I have.
Unticking the check boxes below. Oh.
Be warned, it's LuAnna, and this podcast contains honest, upfront opinions, rants, bants, general explicit content, but you know you love it. You love it like Lu loves granny porn. Hey!
No.
Don't.
Can I tell you something?
Is this going to be about porn? Is this going to be about porn?
Yes.
Okay. This is going to be a yes or no answer. Because I was going to bring this to the pod today.
I know what you're going to say.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay, have you tried to log on to a porn site? Have you, yes or no?
Yes.
Ask me the same question.
Have you tried to log on to
Yes! And what happened? You can't fucking get in now. And I had to even Google it on the 25th of July. We have been busted. You now have to put in your age restriction verification.
So I was like,
I was
what's
the
this?
same.
It blurs all the porn and you have to verify that you're 18 or like so, and I was like, I'm not fucking doing it. So
I'm not
no more
doing that.
porn.
Well,
more porn.
So this is.
Did you do it?
Yes.
Did you? I was too scared.
So this
I
is
was like,
so
no,
this
I'm
is
not
full
doing
transparency.
It.
I really hope
hilarious.
my mum isn't listening to this. But basically, do you know what, guys? Sex is to be celebrated. I'm not going to lie. Went into bed last night. My mate Dr.
So you
Taz.
got that big bruise on your head.
Big bruise, there it is. My mate Dr. Tar over at Celebs gave us all these really cute. I was going to get one for you actually. I didn't know if you'd like it or not. These really cute, really sophisticated vibrators. But they you can wear them on a ring or on a necklace. They're
I bet
really
they're not
cute.
strong enough.
No, babes. She's a sexologist and she knows.
Why
They're
didn't she
called
give me
Crave.
one?
Oh no, I actually messaged the brand. I was going to get one for you and Imo actually. Do you want one, Imo?
Always.
They're clit stims. Basically, they're incredible. It's
I
like a little
only
silver
like a
bullet.
clit stem.
It's amazing. So I was in bed last night and I was like, oh, do you know what? Al was downstairs working, got into bed. Did you do the same? Did you do the same? So I got into bed. I thought, oh, do you know what?
I was this morning, I was like, I really need to wake up. I just have
Just a little brrrr.
a little...
It's very stimulating.
Then it'll help wake me up.
This is
I've been
it.
so tired. I'm a bit under the weather. And I was like, get the endorphins going.
Yes.
Before recording today. Can't fucking access any porn.
access any porn. Well, this is what happened to me last night. And it's on my side table. Because it's so lovely and discreet, my cleaners don't, I don't bother putting it away. It's just on my, it's just on my bedside table. When the kids come in, Mummy, what's this? So anyway, there I am. I thought, do you know what? I'm in bed. And I've recently been doing, just as part of my CPD with my life coaching therapy, just a sex and relationship seminar. So I was quite in that zone around the importance around just being really liberal around sex. Sex is so it's linked to our emotions. It's linked to unlocking a lot of clients' traumas.
I just want to frigging go, mate.
Right.
I'm not into all the link to all this bullshit. Frig, go.
Frig,
happy
go.
days.
Done. I picked up my little Crave bullet. I was like, off we go. And I thought, I'm feeling a bit tired. I'm feeling a bit uninspired. I know. I'll just log on. There we go.
What is your porn website of choice?
I went last night. I'm not going to lie. I went and I Googled amateur lesbian. I felt like amateur lesbian last night.
I was going for lesbian.
Yeah, I went
morning
amateur.
too.
I don't know why. I don't like all the stage shit.
No.
I don't like the stage shit. So I logged on to me, and I thought I tried the first one, Pornhub.
I always go ex-hamster first.
Well, and then there's RedTube.
Hamster.
Everyone has to.
I've never heard of RedTube.
RedTube. So I tried Pornhub and I was like, oh, what's this? This is a new thing about age restriction. I thought, I'll try RedTube. Same thing kicks up.
I went from ex-hamster to...
I thought, I don't want to be popping in my details. Thank you very much. You porn as well. And then I was like, what is this? So then I went on Google. Bearing in mind, I'm all keyed up with the clit stim.
Killed your moment.
I've killed my moment. So I was Googled, what is the new age? And then 25th of July, I suddenly see, which is good, new legislation to stop, kids obviously just clicking, yes, I am, and moving through.
It is good, to be honest.
Is good,
I did think that when I then gave up and I thought, oh, fuck.
Well, I very nearly gave up because all the kids obviously pick our phones up all the time. So it is a good thing. So then I thought, no, I'm geared up. I've got my clit stim ring on now. So I thought, do you know what I'll do? I've got a second email address. If I'm not going to do it through my social media accounts, I've got a second email address I don't use anymore. So I'll use that one. Oh, then I've got all the bullshit. I think remembering my password for the email account
I
to
couldn't
verify
I'm
it.
not into it that
Lou,
much.
I am a stubborn little bastard. So the minute I'd started, I was going to finish.
Literally.
So I found then I had to log into my bloody Gmail, didn't I? Find the email. I think no, but I did it.
Why are they making us do all this? It's killed the moment.
All we want to do is have a quick frig. Anyway,
to have a quick wank.
No, but Lou, I verified it. Boom.
Can I use yours then?
Yeah, you can actually. And then I found, ta-da, it was like, you're in. I was like, the holy grail, I'm back in. Quick little search, 2 minutes later, done. Night. But anyway, there you go. Porn. All the porn sites now have age restrictions.
I have to say, I think it's very, very good.
It is
actually.
Good. We're always saying this
because so much of young people are so.
Lip balm? You look like you've got like you've got like sucky lips.
Do you know what? I was filming some content this morning with Bex, and I had to put makeup on for it. That's why I've got so much makeup on.
I put some on knowing that you would have put makeup on.
Because you knew I was filming content.
Yeah, and I thought I cannot look like the absolute bag of shite next to Liz.
And I was like, God, my lips look really big, and I haven't done any lip filler. I think it's this. I have had lip filler, but about a year ago.
You did, didn't you?
Not a lot. I only had like 0.4 mil.
Don't do too much.
I had to throw the other bit out. They were like, do you want it? And I was like, well, I do feel like I should have it because I've paid for it. But no, I can't look like a blown up fish. And my husband can't realise.
Did he ever realise?
Well, he did because I bruised.
Oh, I thought it looked quite good actually.
Like, what is
you
that?
said to me before you'd done it, and I was like, I don't know how that's going to look on you. But to be fair, I mean, you never go to shit practitioners, so.
That was Dr. Mohammed in
Doobs.
Yeah, Clinique L in Dubai.
Can we also, can I just say, this is why I love you so much, Lee. We've just, again, re-established not only our friendship, but why we're friends, and also the fact that we do all the same stuff at the same time. Not Lou, Imo, and we've got Alex in today. We've got Analytical Al stepping in for Bex.
Al. Bex isn't in the room.
Did you know that now the porn sites have tightened up their age verifications?
Al.
Go on, Al.
I saw it on LBC.
Sure.
Oh,
he
saw it on LBC.
Don't lie, Al.
James
Imo,
O'Brien.
did you know this?
That's what Al wanks to.
Yeah. James O'Brien. James O'Brien.
We can't slag off James. No, not that I'm slagging off James
Also,
O'Brien.
Alex is straight, we'd like to point out, because he is with our Bex.
Well, you were watching lesbian porn.
True.
You can be straight and watch gay porn.
You're bloody right, Lou.
I don't like gay porn, though. Well, gay as in men on men, but I do like girl on girl. Go figure. Then I fell down this, sorry, Imo. Hi, Imo's here, by the way.
Hi. We are going to hear from you in a moment.
I fell down a rabbit hole last night.
Oh, yeah.
There must be something happening with my Instagram algorithm and it thinks I'm a lesbian.
I mean, maybe it was the queer quiz we did with Imo, and we're all very queer positive. Maybe that's why.
I keep finding all these accounts of women who have like come out in later life. I think it's an omen for me, you know.
I'm going to lie, mate. I think it's our next phase of life.
I feel like
when we've
I
ditched
might
our
be
husbands,
a granny lesbian when I'm like 80.
Not with me.
No. I fancy.
Yeah. We couldn't have sex with each other, Lou. It'd be weird.
No.
I can't have sex with you.
I don't like your outie fanny.
Thanks. Imo loves it.
Imo likes it. Well, I don't like... Oh, can we talk about outie fannies? Yeah. Sorry, hi, Imo.
Also, can I just clarify? It's not that outy. Imo, just quickly clarify.
And even if it were, it would still be beautiful and valid.
It's like a fucking stingray. It's like this.
Thank you, Imogen.
And there's Anna's fanny, and it's coming at you, and you're moving the flap out the way, and the stingray wings, and then there's the clit shining through.
Do you know, I think I'm an advert for a cesarean. Don't do natural childbirth, guys. That's what you end up with. Imogen, a couple of questions. Firstly, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm very well.
You look really good.
You do look amazing, to be fair. The porn site verification, did you know about this, and what are your search engines?
Yeah, of course I knew about it because, you know, I know about things and I keep up to speed with the news.
How did we not know that?
Did we not know that?
And what are my
It was only a few weeks
searches?
We're on amateur lesbian at the moment.
Yeah,
we've moved on from granny porn.
How weird. We both peak and trough the same things.
It's
we were
actually
both
weird.
into the granny porn.
We do, and this is why I think we have a business together so well, because we do just kind of have each other's brains.
The lesbian, but I just like the ninny licking lesbians.
I'm not into lesbian porn really.
Well, maybe because
you are one. Because you are one,
and also because
we're not looking at straight porn.
Sometimes I look at it and I see their very, very long nails, and I just think, ow, and no.
Actually, that's not good. Actually,
You've got good lesbian nails.
I have
Anna.
actually. Yeah, short and
Mine
stumpy.
are a bit long.
So, what do you look for then?
Go on. No, this is dark.
Don't
it's
hide
dark.
this.
It's not dark.
Don't hide this.
I quite like.
We can all relate.
I
Listening
have a
to
bit
this.
of a penchant for like the babysitter, and then like the dad comes home.
Oh,
I quite enjoy.
a
that.
little bit of hey, daddy.
I don't know. Is that bad?
No, that's not bad. I think that's quite normal as
I've
well,
watched that
actually.
pod. Do you know what? I went through
power
a stage.
Shift. Power shift.
I went through a stage of watching like.
Go on.
Look, we're all fessing up here.
Is it incest?
Everyone listening to this, look, this is why we're the podcast that just says it as it
I've
is.
done the incest. I don't think that's it.
You've done incest?
No. I mean, I've watched. I've watched the incest porn. Anyway, so I went through a phase of watching like really old men.
I've gone through this.
Have you?
I have.
Like granddad?
Not even with really more like great grandpa porn.
Okay, I haven't gone that far.
Yeah.
What, like with a Zimmer frame? And I haven't gone that far,
It's
to be
like
fair.
old. I don't know.
You know what it is? I think because we are, and I think this is why it is, you and I are so curious and we're so like interested in just everything.
Yeah.
And I think this is honestly what keeps us, why we love life so much, because we don't stick ourselves in a little rabbit hole of just not exploring.
Exactly.
We just want to see what other people are doing out there.
Yeah.
That's why I love what I do for a living, just because I have such an interesting life of learning shit.
Talking about watching things, and I know that you don't like her, Anna, but have you watched the
I have.
new
Yes.
Bonnie Blue?
I don't want to talk about her though to give her airtime.
Can I just say,
I have watched it, yeah.
I think she's all right. Anna hates her, but I watched that
I don't hate her.
documentary.
No, I don't.
And I was like, do you know what? Why let her wind you up? She is killing it. She's quite happy with what she's doing, and I just think, crack on, girl.
I just want to.
I sort of had a bit of a newfound respect for Bonnie
Wow.
Blue.
Okay. I just want to clarify. I do not hate her at all. I really don't. I don't believe that a lot of her choices and behaviours are not deep rooted in some sort of trauma that has not been.
I disagree with you.
I would put money on it.
I have had a very wild past sexually, right? I've done a lot, been a lot, seen a lot, shagged a lot, right? In a lot of different scenarios. And I can just relate to her about just being like, just fucking live and let live. She's happy with what she's doing. She's not got any deep-rooted trauma. Why do people always say, oh, you've got to have deep-rooted trauma
You don't
to
have
do that
to.
or do that? Like, I've done stuff and people would be like, oh, there's obviously something wrong with her. No, I'm just a bit fucking wild and I like experiencing different things. And if I'm happy to do that, then I'm happy to do that. And I feel the same about her. And I do think, okay, why do we give her so much airtime? She's fucking smart with it, okay? She knows what gets airtime and she knows what gets her publicity. And so she plays into it more and more. And the more she plays into it and rage baits, the more people rise to it. So just don't fucking rise to it. Just live and let live. She's killing it. She's making loads of money. She's quite happy with her choices. It's fully legal. And I just think, go on, girl.
So I fully appreciate and respect your opinion on that. I absolutely disagree with how I feel. I think this is why I'm not against anyone that wants to live the life they want it. I'm not against anyone that is being sexually liberal. Far from it. I think it's fantastic to be sexually liberal. I have very big issues with the way she is so unfeminist. It's not even funny. The way that she is so disparaging around other women. She doesn't have to care about other women, but I do have an issue with the way she rage baits because it does get clickbait, and she is so and this is where
you play into her,
of course,
because she rage baits, and then you're like, you get the rage.
But I don't have to like her. I don't have to like what she does. I think what she does is she can do what she wants to do. I have a huge issue with the comment her mother made around.
They're all on the payroll, aren't they?
But I have a huge issue around the comment of, look, if. Basically saying if you open your legs for £1 million, wouldn't everybody actually fucking know? Because there is no amount of money in this world. There's no amount of money in this world that would make me okay with my daughter doing that. Personally, there wouldn't be. I have so the whole topic
different if it's your kid, isn't it?
Look,
I wouldn't want my kid to do that.
I hear what you're saying. I watched the documentary. I thought it was interesting. I think I completely stand on my point, but you probably will never find it. I don't think the interviewer found out anything we didn't know about her.
No.
She says people will always, and I do take your point, everyone always, does think, it's deep-rooted trauma, but I am trained to see certain behaviours in people.
I don't think it is. I don't think she is deep-rooted.
I think a family that can all corroborate to the level they are, I think there are some fundamentals, and I felt really sad for her. The fact she was sitting there doing a jigsaw with the one person that's on her payroll. She can make her choices, and that's up to her to make her choices, and that's over to her. But I would love to get in a room with her and her mum and have a genuine conversation around the shit that was not asked on that programme. And I think you're right.
Wasn't very good.
She's very, very calculated, and she knows what she's doing.
She's smart, but
she knows what she's doing.
Smart, and she's caking it and raking it in while she can.
Fine.
And then she'll just disappear off into the distance.
My question is always to people. My question is always at what cost? That's fine. If the family are comfortable with that life, that's up to them, and good luck to them. Truly, I do not like the way. I just think it's really sad that someone has those opinions and then can rage bait to the extent she is against other women in particular.
Yeah, that is,
I don't think it's okay.
Women rise to it, because
it does matter. If you're sitting at home, and I do this because I work in Infidelity, and if you're sitting at home and you are absolutely crippled with postnatal depression, you've just had babies, and then you've got someone going, if you can't service your husband, it's your fucking fault. I'll fuck your husband. And then I have a big issue with him as well, but I just think that message putting out is so fucking unkind.
Yeah, but she does that to annoy people like you, and you have to just be like, it's not let it annoy you.
But because
that's why she's doing it, is to annoy you.
But it does annoy people, and I know I play into that annoyance, but that is why she's so successful. It just doesn't annoy me. But I think that's great that it doesn't annoy you, and I think you have a really good attitude around that, genuinely.
I just think...
For me, it winds the fuck up out of me.
Yeah, but why let it wind you up? I just feel like she's fucking smart doing that, because she is winding up people like you. And actually, do you know what will happen to her?
I just think it's sad.
Do you know what will happen to her? Right, let me tell you a story.
Go on.
When I was 18, I had an affair with a married guy. It's a huge regret now for me, right? I would never, ever, ever do that again. Okay? And now that I'm married and I've had children, I'd never want that done to me. But you don't think about this shit at the time when you're doing it, because you're young and you're stupid. I don't think she has the excuse of being young and stupid. She's not a teenager. But I do think that at some point she might regret some of those things, as she gets older and possibly gets a family of her own.
Possibly.
And then you're like, oh my God, that was such an awful thing to do. But at the time, but you can't take it back and you can't change it. No. You can just
You have to be okay with your choices and decisions.
So I think she might regret maybe some of that, or not being part of the sisterhood in that sense.
Maybe.
Because when you're in the trenches and then you have had the baby and you have had the postnatal depression, and then you think, God, if someone did that to me, it's so awful to do that to someone. So, but I don't.
I mean, it is on the men. I think it's important to hold the men accountable on this.
Yeah, but I just think you only get that with hindsight, and then what is even the point in hindsight? Because it's been and fucking gone, so you might as well put it in a box and move on. But I do think that she is at this point in time, just fucking doing this shit. She's raking it in. She doesn't have an issue with it, and why should we care? And in some ways, we have, for so long, and I remember doing a debate at some London university when I was doing, the lads mags, Zoo and Nuts and stuff, and it was should page 3 be banned? And I was like, no, it shouldn't be banned, because who are we as women to say that, no, these women shouldn't do this? Isn't that the whole point that we've been working for all this time? Be who you want to be, do what you want to do, fuck who you want to fuck, dress how you want to dress. If you want to identify as a toaster, identify as a toaster. If you want to dress up as a cat and meow and shit in a litter tray, do that too. We've worked so hard to get to this stage of being free and easy and not caring.
Have no issue.
And then
with that.
we have someone like her, and then everyone does have an issue with it.
Yeah, because she's predatory. Because boys at 18 years old, their prefrontal cortex has not developed. They do not, the ability to make rational decisions has not been done.
Yes, but why should that be put on her? They are legal. Why should she be made to be this kind of role model for everyone? All she wants to do is fucking earn money.
I've got no issue with that.
She's not saying, I am now the bloody, role model for this, or I should be looked at. She's never asked for that. She's never asked for people to be like you. And I used to get this a lot about me doing Lads Mags and having businesses. People used to be like, oh, do you not think this is bad? You should be a role model for women in business.
No,
like
you
when
don't
I did
have
The
to
Apprentice.
be. No, you don't have
and I was
to
like,
be a role
I've
model.
never asked to be a role model for women in business.
That's
I
fair.
have never put my hands up and said, I want to be this, I want to be that. I want people to aspire to be like me ever. I'm just fucking doing my shit over here.
Mm-hmm.
And if people want to look at me and think I want to be like her, then crack on. But I'm not saying be like me.
But the point
and
is,
that's
Lou,
the same thing with her.
But all we're doing now, and is exactly the same thing, is it creates opinion. And that's the thing. The opinion is, I think it is so, it doesn't align with my personal values and morals on every single level. It does with others, and that's also fine. I have full respect for that. But me personally, I have deep issues around many of the things that is represented there. But also, that is the world. I also don't want to stop
I wouldn't
it.
do it. I mean, the icky is all those men lining up. I was like, ugh. But, it's kind of like, who cares if she wants to do that with her body?
I have no issue with that. For me, it is really on what it really comes down to is how you
I think it makes
have
people
your
feel
own opinion.
uncomfortable, with what they would do. What do you think, Ims? I'm interested because you're quite a live and let live kind of girl.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like, if she wants to do that, she can go and do that. I'm kind of with Anna. I don't really agree with what she's doing in a lot of ways, but in the same way I get from Lou, like, she's allowed to do that and it serves a purpose. She's not asking to be a role model, but I don't think she would be a role model for many. I think she's just there to be a divisive person that people opinionate about, and then she profits off it.
I think girls would look to her and think, oh, it's a really easy way to earn money, right?
Yeah.
That's the problem with all this OnlyFans thing.
No, do you know,
that's
actually,
an
going back to that
issue.
documentary, the bit I had, it was deeply uncomfortable seeing that schoolgirl porn shoot
girl
that went
was
on there.
so young.
The girl who was being interviewed was fucking crying because
Yeah.
she was so nervous. And I just felt like everything, I think it's important to be aware, to be curious. But I guess, and this is why I love what we do, Lulu, and why we're friends, because I don't have any issue with your thoughts and opinion on that, and I love you for your thoughts and opinion.
You. It's just
I think
interesting.
exactly, and I think that's what makes the world go round. Is that we can all. For me, I felt so sad that I felt every single person was trying to be someone that they weren't fucking big enough with big girl pants enough to really know what they were getting into, and. Everyone can do it. Everyone's consensual. Everyone can do it. And I think for me, it's always the why. And I think I just think we're in a really interesting space in life at the moment where people are wanting to earn money because that's what people need to do. And I think where people are thinking that these are quick cash cow routes, which they are. I mean, this is one of many issues around it. But then I always say, at what cost?
Yeah.
Because, and I say it for this because I fucking have people in my therapy rooms that have made these decisions and then with hindsight go, now I'm absolutely, and talk about trauma, that's when the flipping hindsight trauma comes in.
It's hard, right? Because it's like, I'm all for people in sex work. I want them to have safe sex work. I want them to be able to do it if that's what they want to do. But it's also for the young girls coming up with all this OnlyFans stuff and Bonnie Blue and things, having a view of sex is like really transactional. And I think that's an issue slightly.
This is the trouble I have at the moment
why can't sex with women be transactional? Like if you want to go and chat, like why is it always that people think, oh, poor women? Like, no, women can enjoy sex just as much. Like, women can go and like have transactional sex. I've had do you know what I mean? I've got out and been like, right, I want to shag you, so I'm going to shag you.
But that's not all sex is.
But there's and I think that's the problem is that I'm completely with you. We've all done it. I'm so pro having non-commitment based sex. In fact, I preach it. You know, when I have someone that comes to me wanting relationship advice, I'm like, what do you want? If you want to have a polyamorous relationship, a non-emotional relationship, go forth, have sex, find partners people who want to have sex with no commitment, go and have fun and have consensual sex and safe sex. But I think the problem we have is where the lens is shifting for the younger generation, that is predominantly the leeway.
And it's extreme now.
And then the education around, and we see it in schools, the education is now having to be doubled down on what healthy relationships look like. So for me, it's about balance. And I think when we start to get these polarised views, I think that is a challenge. I think it's a good challenge, and I think we can actually use these opportunities actually to say, well, look, this is a route you can take, but here are perhaps the cautions around it. Let's look over here. But I think, look, by its very nature, well done, Bonnie Blue, because yet again we've gone down the debate rabbit hole here, and it's interesting.
I do think, kind of in a way, hats off to her. I think she's very smart and very calculated.
She definitely knows how to make money.
She really does.
She does know how to make money. I mean,
but she's been banned from OnlyFans now.
Good debate. Should we move on?
Sorry, I just had to talk about it because also the reason why I started talking about her is because she has got a real outie fanny. Have you seen it?
No.
Well, I noticed. So I watched it with Andrew, Lucy.
This was the end to that story.
This is the in, right?
Give us the Thai goods.
Because I watched it with Lucy, Scott and Andrew, and we're all watching it.
You didn't see her vag, did you?
Well, they blurred it, and I was like, that's a big blur. And I went, her fanny is big, it's hanging down. And Scott went, I noticed that too. And Andrew and Lucy were like, what are you two talking about? And anyway, we then looked up the vag, and it's big.
Love that chat. Honestly, really did like that. Right, here we go. Let's move on to, and this has actually cracked me up because it's time for... Did you know with Imo in brackets? What the hell was the Mecca with Becca?
Did you like it?
It doesn't make any sense, guys.
The Mecca, like, oh.
I mean, I'll be honest. Lou came up with it on the back of a fag packet immediately, and we ran with it. But I think you could tell that whole item was Becca then panicked in the corner on her phone and just Googled something.
She came up with some good facts.
Not bad for a 3-second lead.
Oh, I learnt a really good fact while I was away.
Go on.
Can't remember it. But I just remember someone telling me and me thinking that's such a good fact for the podcast.
Well, all we can say then, Lou, is thank God Imo is back. Go on, Imo, give us the tea.
Okay, this came in from Kira. Thank you, Kira. It's about public toilet doors. Do you remember the app?
Oh, yeah, they swing the wrong way.
Yeah, where the fella was annoyed because you had to push or pull or whatever. Anyway.
No, you have to pull towards you after you've been to the bog.
And it should be the other way round.
Yeah, so that you can just elbow
and we were
out.
talking about why that was. Anyway, she said, long-time listener, first-time writer, Inna, I have an answer to the last person's rant about which way public toilet doors swing. My husband is an architect and I've seen a few toilets on his drawings before, so I thought he'll know the answer, and he does. It's not that exciting, but Anna is right. You can't have a door opening into a walkway because you could knock someone out if the timing was perfect. You will also notice that most public toilets have a little walkway and or another door that's to obscure any view into the loos from people outside.
Oh, yeah.
The more interesting part is that disabled loos have doors opening outwards in case someone collapses inside against the door. Also, and also, she's not written this, but also so that they have full functionality of a wheelchair inside the room because doors will get in the way.
Did wonder why disabled loos open out.
Yeah. Then it can obviously be opened easily without having to push the door into the person and their wheelchair sometimes. Anyway, that was that.
Oh, I love that right to reply. Thank you, Lufanians. Thank you, lady, for coming back in. What was her name, Emma?
Kira.
Nice.
Kira. Thanks,
nice
Kira.
Architect husband there.
Yeah, there we go. Bog architecture. Right, let's get into your messages. Let's I was about to say let's clit rub in. That was a new one.
All right, Bonnie.
On the back of our message from Lucy. Morning, ladies. And Lucy here. Feel free to use my name. We will. I was just listening to an episode where you talked about grassing. Oh, yes, grassing up. And I thought I'd share the ultimate grassing story. So let me take you back to 2023. It's Halloween and my bestie of 6 years, let's call her Kira, another Kira, decides it's a good idea to get absolutely rat-ass drunk. Like, so drunk she didn't recognise who I was when I was sitting in front of her. I mean, that's...
I hate being that drunk.
Oh, I hate it, Lou. I'm always sick nowadays. Sicky drunk. Our other friend, let's call her Alice, decides Kira is way too drunk and takes her home. When at home, Kira runs, grabs her keys, oh my God, and drives away. Alice tries to drive after her, but Kira was in a brand new BMW, so she was pretty speedy. This is so dangerous.
Oh, my God.
Alice calls me at the pub. What should we do? She says. So I'm on the phone to 999. reporting my best friend for drink driving.
She might kill herself or someone else.
Yeah, exactly. I gave her a dress, what she was wearing, awkward because it's Halloween, and she was dressed as a sexy Hulk Hogan. R.I.P. R.I.P. Her license plate, I know,
dead.
He snuffed it. They're all snuffing
Who
it.
else died?
Someone else snuffed
Ozzy
it that
Osbourne.
week. Ozzy Osbourne.
Oh.
Oh, poor Sharon. Anyway, her license plate, everything. She had police out looking for her, but they couldn't find her. Luckily, she turned up back home hours later, still hammered. Safe to say, we never spoke again, and she turned our friend group against me for what I did. Apart from Alice, she's a real one. So yeah, that's my story on how my boyfriend met my best friend for the first time. I called the police on my bestie. Oh, and I lost 80% of my friend group. P.S. Grassing is okay if you put yourself or someone else in danger. We agree with that. We do. P.P.S. If you wish to change my name, feel free to use my grandma's name, Mabel.
We didn't change your name.
No, and all other names have already been changed. Thanks for an absolutely cracking podcast. Peace.
Wow, so she did grass her
I
best
think
friend.
you. Well, it's
would
difficult.
you grass me if I
was
did that?
just thinking this. Would I grass you up?
I don't know if I would grass you, actually.
Do you know what? I'm going to be really honest. If you sped off drunk, I'm going to be honest. I've got a couple of police officer mates, and I would probably ring them and go,
I'd just chase after
"Can you help?" Luke?
The thing is, if I chased after you, you might then crash.
That is a hard one, actually, calling the police on your mate when it's... Yeah, but I think you're right, though. What if she did crash and, like, kill someone?
Yeah, but what if she didn't? And she didn't.
Yeah, it's a tricky one. Tricky one.
Very tricky.
We don't judge you. Sorry, your mates did.
listen.
We listen. And
we don't
Yeah,
judge.
we listen and we don't judge. Who's next? Lou Bags?
Right, we've got a message from Anon. So, Beryl.
All right, Bez.
Dilemma title. Do I go to the wedding when I know the groom cheated? Oh my God, don't. This reminds me of
have you been in this sitch?
Like, I have to tell you off air.
Really? Oh,
So,
no.
my boyfriend is part of a big group of guys who all went to school together. They've pretty much stayed close, mainly because they all still live near each other, even though they're quite different people now. Over time, us girlfriends have also formed a little friendship group, which has been nice.
That's cute.
Anyway, last year, the boys all went on a stag do to Latvia. As you can probably imagine, it involved a lot of drinking, drugs and strip clubs. Not really my vibe, but sadly kind of expected it with this group. But two things happened on that stag that really didn't sit right with me. They apparently all sat in a circle and listed which of each other's girlfriends they'd sleep with. I was horrified when my boyfriend told me,
Can I just say, this is
her
risky.
boyfriend's an oversharer. He should have just shut his
up.
mouth.
What happens on tour stays on tour. But also, I mean, that's a risky move going into that topic of conversation. I mean, like, imagine us on the yacht trip going, right, who'd shag everyone else's husband? We just wouldn't go there.
We'd then just all have a mass orgy.
Car keys in the bowl.
Why talk about it when we can do it?
Who said it didn't happen?
Yeah.
It didn't happen. Or did it?
Or did it? Yeah. Come into an OnlyFans site near you. Right. Even worse. Sorry, I'm really snotty today, everybody. Bit gross.
It's fine. You sneezed on me earlier and then breathed on me. So I've now got it.
Even worse, the actual groom-to-be cheated. He slept with someone else while his fiancée was back home looking after their toddler. And now he just laughs it off and makes jokes about it. I was furious and told my boyfriend he had to tell her. But he said it wasn't his place. That is correct. It's not his place. Why did your boyfriend tell you?
I mean, he needs to shut up.
He's a bit of a snitch.
He needs to shut up.
He needs to shut his mouth. He's not part of the brotherhood.
I mean, I like the open communication, but there are some things you just need to keep
There's
to yourself.
There's some shit that you just do with friends that you don't talk
exactly.
about
It's the
with like your partner.
Babes, it's the
sisterhood. It's the brotherhood.
It's the bro and hoe code.
Yeah.
It is.
It's like, I don't like your boyfriend. And to be fair, I don't know her super well either, but it makes me feel sick that all the guys know and not one of them is saying anything. It's like a big dirty secret they're all just happy to protect. Now, a year later, it's been and gone. The wedding is happening. It's a full week in Greece. Oh, God.
That's a lot.
The bride is quite intense.
That's a lot.
Quite expensive.
That's so spenny.
Like, Greece is not cheap. I've just been.
It's spenny.
The bride still has no idea. A few of us girlfriends know what happened. Yeah, because you've probably told them all. And honestly, we're all morally torn. We're not super close to her, but we're struggling with the idea of going and pretending everything's fine. My boyfriend thinks I should still come to support everyone and just enjoy it, but I feel like such a fake, smiling at them and their toddler, knowing what I know. It's making me question the whole group dynamic, including my boyfriend's role in it. However, he's adamant that as a group, they're not fans of the bride-to-be.
Oh.
And she's mean, but nobody deserves this. Do I suck it up and go? Do I speak up? Or is it wrong? of me to just stand by and say nothing. Love you guys so much.
I think you just need to mind your own on this one, babes.
Nothing good
is going to come
ever comes
this.
from being that one that tells them, because you will always be made out to be the bad guy, and then you're going to isolate yourself and your boyfriend from the group. He's going to lose his friends. He's going to get pissed off with you. She's probably not going to believe you or going to forgive him anyway, and is going to get ahead with the wedding. You're going to fuck up the whole wedding, and you're going to fuck up your boyfriend's friendships and your friendships, and then you're going to have no friends, and the wedding's still going to go ahead.
I think on the flip side, I do get, like, I love that you do have this girl code like in you, but I think you really have to weigh up what the outcome of this might be. Yeah. And to Lou's point, like how much you want to be involved. It's not okay, it's not right, but it's also not your business your life. And actually, if I'm honest,
would you say?
No, I wouldn't.
I wouldn't.
No,
say.
I wouldn't.
Would you, Emma?
Probably not to this. But I think if
She's
it was
not
like if it was a close friend.
Yeah, I think that's the bit.
I think you'd have to.
Oh.
Yeah, I think that's the bit for me, and I'm not saying that's right or wrong.
I just don't like getting involved.
If I found out that my best mate's husband to be had shagged someone on the stag, whatever, I would tell her.
I'd be pissed.
I would tell her.
Would you?
Yeah.
I think if she's removed in this, I would probably hedge to not. So here's the thing. I actually knew, and I don't know what you guys think of this. So I didn't know, but a friend of mine years ago. They're no longer married. But there were definite suspicions that her husband, was quite the philanderer. And it was actually quite difficult because a couple of the girlfriends and I, at one point, this is years ago, did think, should we say something? But I guess we'd never had any actual proof. And then we also came to the conclusion that we genuinely didn't think that the friend in question would probably believe us or would leave the marriage, just because every relationship's so intertwined. And we'd never been asked outright. And I think we took the stance that unless we were asked outright, of which we would probably then think about what the response would be, we weren't going to bring it up as a fresh topic of conversation. And I'm going to be honest, because I do get this one with women. It is difficult to know, do I go left or right? My gut's telling me in this person's situation, I think I'd leave it. I think it's for them. Look, it's their relationship. It's their marriage. If they aren't going to be honest and also, trustworthy with each other, then that's on them.
You don't know the history of their relationship though, right?
Or maybe she does know. Maybe she does.
No, but
I don't.
That's what I mean. But she might have cheated on him. He might have cheated on her. They might have got I learned recently about someone who I know that was sleeping with another friend's friend. I can't say too much because it's actually not come out. And basically, I was like, no, you can't say anything. And so, but they met. She was an affair. That's how they met. And then they got together. And then I found out he'd already cheated on her once. She'd forgiven him. So the likelihood is that if you tell her, she's not going to do anything about it anyway. And they've obviously had all this shit in their relationship before. So just fucking let sleeping dogs lie. Yeah. I just never like getting involved in other people's business.
I think each situation is probably a very bespoke one. I think in this one I'd leave it. I think to Imo's point, if it was a best mate and if I was asked my honest thoughts, I would probably then give them or say, look, I think you need to speak to your partner about this to get the truth. Because
if your fiance had done that and your best mate, you found out your best mate never knew but never told you.
Well, if
it was a best friend, though, I would say.
And then I
would say if it was best friend.
What if it comes out and then she knows that we knew and we didn't say?
And I do think
that's very awkward as well. It's so awkward. That's why if you have an affair, you just shouldn't fucking tell anyone because people have affairs and then they have to offload though, don't they, onto someone? Yeah, just don't do it.
Just don't do it.
But they then, why do people always tell, why is that?
Well, it's because you can't hold the guilt and the. I mean, I know this with my affair podcast. It's because, and the reason
why.
People
always tell people, and I'm like, don't tell me. I'm actually a really good secret keeper because I forget everything.
You are actually really good.
I'm so good at keeping secrets.
So here's the thing then, just to maybe help out.
If anyone's had an affair and wants to let me know, you can, because I forget. I don't remember
And I hear it and don't tell anyone. What would you, if you were the bride in question on this, and let's say, so this was not a best friend, this was a sort of wife, girlfriend of one of the stags. So you're about to get married. Would you want to know? You've got a toddler. You've put all that money and effort into your wedding. You're with this guy. Would you want to know that piece of information from someone that's not that close to you?
I think I would question the validity more than if it was like a close mate. But
Yeah.
even though that doesn't really make much sense.
No, it does, because you'd be thinking, why are they telling me? How do they even know when I don't even know them that well? And why hasn't someone that I know better that would know if they know told me?
I also know guy friends of mine, because I have a lot of male friends that have done stupid shit like that.
On their stags.
Had sex on stags.
I feel like it's the stag do.
And they have gone on, if I'm completely honest, and I haven't known this actually until way after the time, but actually... There's no right or wrong with this, but they have gone on and they've had wonderful relationships, wonderful marriages. They've kind of done that whole what happened on tour stays on tour, and they are a really fabulous partner to their partner. And I
also think, right, that different people have different opinions on stuff.
Absolutely.
So, like, it's a bit like us with our earlier chat about body blue.
Yeah.
What is, like, horrific to Anna isn't to me.
Yeah, what are your morals and standards and values?
Think you have to, like, not get involved in people's business.
That's a good point, because your opinions on affairs could be very different to hers.
They might be fucking swinging every weekend. You don't know what they're doing behind closed doors.
Yeah. I think we've hopefully
just don't say anything. Go to the wedding, enjoy a nice week in Greece, and just smile and get a suntan.
Let them do you.
Sleep in dogs lie.
You do you. It's their relationship. Right, message from Peter next.
Also, though, you need to have a word with your boyfriend about the bro code.
I think
he's an oversharer.
I think he needs to just...
I wouldn't want to be... Like, imagine if we, like, tell each other, like, loads of shit that we tell each other, and then you were going home telling Alex, I'd be like, what the fuck, Anna?
But also, I'll be honest with you, there are some
look at your
things...
toenail. It's still not growing back.
No, I know. It fell off the other day. But also, there are some things, if I'm perfectly honest, I just don't think I need to know.
Yeah, I'm
okay with it, as long as it's not too bad.
Yeah, that's what I feel like that.
I'm sort of all right.
I feel like I don't need to know all the goings on, like...
If Alex goes on a boys' holiday, I don't really need to know.
Andrew's away on a boys' holiday at the minute with Scott and Nick. Yeah. They're in Saint-Tropez.
And would you want to know everything they got up to?
Nah, I can't be asked. I haven't even spoken to Andrew, actually.
There you go.
Lucy has. Lucy's the one that we know. So Nicole's here and Lucy's here. The girls are here, yeah. And the boys are in Saint-Tropez. And Lucy's like, heard from Scott. And I was like, oh, I haven't spoken to Andrew. She's the one in the know.
I like it. But is she feeding back the goss?
Well, not really, because Scott...
doesn't tell her anything anyway.
I think he was just like, yeah, the music was good. They went to see a DJ. But yeah.
Good chat
it looked
today.
Horrific because Lucy did look on Instagram.
Cool. Where were they? Where did they go? Oh my God, give us the goss. Now she's giving me the goss.
I can't remember where they went.
Where are they? Saint-Tropez?
Yeah, and they went to see Black Coffee.
Oh.
Andrew loves Black Coffee.
But did they say it was shite?
And I haven't spoken to Andrew, but Scott wasn't very well.
Oh,
and then Lucy looked at the place where they were on Instagram and it looked like heaving. It was not my scene at all.
So happy we're not there.
Yeah, I was happy I wasn't there for that.
Better at Champs too.
But I'd like never look at the Instagram at the place, but Lucy did. I was like, why are you looking at that?
I love that though. I do like a little bit of just checking.
She's like, inspector.
She's probably checking if the FOMO's worth it. Clearly not.
It wasn't, because we were like, oh, next time we're definitely going to Black Coffee, and then we looked and we were like, no, we're fucking not.
No, you're right.
Looked awful.
Nah, you're fine.
Don't like that. Dun, dun, dun.
Oh no, it's Lou.
I like words.
Lou, it's din. It's din.
Give me a bit of raining men.
This is why we will always be friends, because give us S Club 7 any day. Right.
Bit Bewitched.
Bit of Bewitched. Can I just say, nobody gets on the table quicker to Bewitched than Lou and I. No, literally, get on that. We will push people out the way to get on that table. Right, message from Peter. Hi, LuAnna. Hi there, a straight man fan here.
Woo!
Hello, Peter.
We celebrate you.
We do, and your straightness. Long-time listener, first-time emailer here. Your listener stories always have me crying with laughter. So I thought I'd share a legendary moment from a lad's golf trip. Oh, I love it. Oh, whoops.
All right.
Here we go.
Getting really
the lad's
excited.
Trip. Well, you know why I like our straight men fen? It's because this gives us the lens into what the lads do.
This is what we've just been talking about.
Because we don't ever see this. So that involves a Victoria's Secret purchase, a very long-suffering wife. I feel like we've got quite a divisive pod today, and I'm here for it. And the world's...
We're covering a lot.
Exactly. World's smelliest romantic gesture.
Smegma comes to mind.
And I'm thinking of, like, sharting. Oh. Anyway, here goes, he says. We're flying home from a very heavy golf tour in Portugal. Everyone's horrifically hungover, barely functioning, when my mate David suddenly decides he's going to be husband of the year.
Oh, David.
Good old Davo. He wanders into Victoria's Secret at Faro Airport and buys some lacy underwear for his long-suffering wife. I mean, it's a massive cliche, I'm not going to lie. I always say it's to Al. I'm like, buy me some underwear. He went, if I bought you underwear, you'd say I'm a massive fucking cliche.
I don't think Andrew's ever bought me underwear. He's given me his credit card to go underwear.
I actually gave Al the green light for the undies. And then he was like, I know if I get them, I'll get them too small. I'm like, you always get them too small.
And then nobody likes that muffin top on top of underwear. It's like the most unsexy
cuts
look.
In. I have to tuck in anyway, as we know. No one's winning, Lou, at that one, I'm telling you. I'm like, I'll get back to me M&S and me Johnny Lou pants. Although I did wear a nice bra yesterday.
Well, if he bought the... crotchless ones.
Then everyone...
You wouldn't need to tuck in.
I had a new little pour moi lingerie set on yesterday. And he actually, for the first time ages, because he hates my underwear, which is rank, to be fair.
It is.
I haven't got out of maternity wear for 9 years.
Well, mine's not much better. I'm going to. It is. I mean look, what underwear are you wearing today?
Yeah, horrific.
Look, we're like...
Yeah, we're in horrendous underwear.
Mine's a bit nice.
To be fair, yours is actually quite nice, to be fair. And he was like, I could see him. He went, ooh. I think he had a little tingle on the old tip because the
old Italian stallion.
That's it. He went, oh, that's quite a nice bra. And I was like, no time, shush, move on. Anyway, so
and then Bonnie Blue came in and she was there ready to service him because you said there was no time.
Because I denied my husband, and I
you only have yourself to blame.
And I purely live in Bonnie Blue's world where all we have to do is just to service our men. Apparently, anyway,
they're not serviced by us.
Well, there it is. I say you can go get it, Louis. I'm honest with it. I'm all right with it. I'm tired. I've got my silver bullet from Dr. Tara. We got our age verification. You can borrow my email address now.
I'm not doing that.
So you can get back on. No, I'll actually give you my email.
No, because
then you can just use mine.
Okay, fine. But I'm scared because I travel to Dubai so much. Imagine if I was banged up abroad for looking at porn.
Babes, this is permanently my absolute fear now. I'm getting more anxious as I'm getting older. I'm just saying, it's the Perry. Anyway,
right,
Peter gets on and says, so he gets his underwear for his my poor husband, I'm telling you. For his long-suffering wife. He gets it beautifully gift-wrapped and everything. He leaves the package with the lads while he nips to the loo. That's where Kevin, our group menace, spots his chance. That's like our Ben.
Oh, no.
He carefully unwraps the gift, swaps the sexy lingerie for his own golf pants, the ones that he'd sweated through three rounds and a night out in Villamora, where we should do this. We should prank when we do a group trip. Fast forward to that evening. David sprinkles rose petals, lights, candles, and even a bubble bath. Yeah, good old David. He proudly hands his wife the special gift he's been bragging about. She opens it. She stares. She says nothing. But the smell says everything.
Oh, no. Sweaty balls.
Romantic evening over. I mean, they've been on that gooch. Yeah. So, she says, romantic evening over. David sleeping in the spare room. Kevin, still our undisputed club champion. Hope this gives you a laugh. Love the pod and all that jizz. Peter from Oxford. Love that.
Well
I'm
done,
going to nick
Kevin.
that idea.
I like that.
That's a great idea.
We love all your stories. And remember, if you want to get in touch, you can email us. You can reach us at LuAnna.
everythingluanna.com.
You can also drop us a WhatsApp on 07745 266
Right, newsy bits. I've been reading quite a lot about this recently, actually. Nearly half of women could be single and childless by 2030, says Morgan Stanley.
I read about this too.
Birth rates are on a rapid decline. Not bloody surprise, because there's no bloody help out there for working mothers. Well, not enough anyway. A new study has predicted a massive shift in how women live, and it sparked plenty of debate online. We're also doing our own shit for our own reasons now, and I'm okay with that too.
I just think we're more selfish now, and there's so much more life to live.
Choice.
Like travel's opened up. There's just so much more than like being tied to a rug rat that only gives you 20% of happiness.
But generationally, that's what we were designed to do. Yeah. Procreate, have babies. And now we've got more ops, haven't we?
Maybe we're just like all going to go extinct.
What was I reading about?
That might be the end of the world.
No, but was I reading something about China? I might need you to fact check this for me now, Emo. Because you know how China for years, for like but for 30 years, I was reading something in the Times.
They had their one-child policy.
But now it's reversed. And now they're actively encouraging and I believe incentivizing women now to have children in China. They've kind of reversed on that whole policy because I believe the elderly are now overpopulating the younger generation coming through, which is the issue.
Well, that's the problem, because you need the youngest to look after
the old. Exactly.
And we're living longer.
I think that was the thing I read in the Times about it, and I think that's the same issue we're having here in the UK.
Yeah,
so and globally,
a subsidy. Parents in China are being offered about, not very much, but 375, the equivalent of 375 quid a year for each of their children under the age of 3.
I think that this in England has been a problem for ages, because when I had Dixie, I was 23 back in 2010. I got £1,000.
You did, yes.
Just for having her.
Yeah. And I got family allowance, whatever you call it now, for Enzo. I don't think you get it for the second child.
I don't know with the others. I didn't.
But there's different schools of thought now saying we're actually going to incentivise you the more children you have.
I mean, I'm not being funny. Women, if you're listening to this, the grand, if they're still doing it, it's not worth it.
I don't think they're doing the grand anymore.
Wow.
Sorry, so basically a report by Morgan Stanley said 45% of women aged 25 to 44 could be single and childless by 2030. That is nearly half of women in their prime working years choosing...
And also prime childbearing years.
Exactly, not to settle down or have kids. So it says it's not as sudden or shocking as it sounds, though, because the trend has been building for years. As you just said, Lou, you were 2010 when you first had a baby. We know it's been rapidly decreasing. Back in 2018, the number sat at 41%. Now more women are delaying marriage or skipping it entirely and prioritising other things like careers, friendships, freedom and personal development.
This doesn't surprise me.
No.
Think about all the stories we get about women in miserable relationships. Like, we have these massive man babies now. Like men, they seem to be so much more incapable. Like these days, that like people are miserable. Why stay in a miserable relationship, tied with fucking kids that also make you miserable? Like kids, honestly, like I am a big truth teller about children. My children bring me happiness, but most of the time it's fucking hassle having kids.
Well, it's hard work.
It's really, really hard work. And I have help. But like, you can't give them back. And sometimes I'm like, oh my God, imagine what my life would look like if you didn't have kids.
I think what it is with having kids...
I know that sounds bad. And people will be like, you're such a bitch saying that. But these things, they do cross your mind, and you have them, and then you're tied, and then it is a fucking tie, and it is a chore, and they are expensive. And women now are more being like, do you know what? Do I actually want that from life? Do I actually want to have to plan every time I step out my front door if I want to be alone? Will I actually get any alone time? You're having kids with all these men that are waste of spaces that then don't support you financially, emotionally. You know, it's like a massive deal for women, because we are the ones left holding the fucking baby, and we're not prepared to do that.
No, and I think what's come into this more and more as every year's gone on is the ability of choice and empowerment. And I do think social media also plays a part in this now, where, you know, we are really quite rightly promoting the fact that we are an individual human being that has choice. But you can't get away from the fact that only women can give birth to a baby, and if women don't give birth to babies, we don't have a population. So I do think there needs to be more support and incentive for people to choose that now, as opposed to, as you say, going, well, fuck this. I can have more money if I don't. I can do X, Y, and Z. And to your point, Lou,
it's called more money, she-economy.
Because to your point, I love being a mum. I wouldn't change it, but do I find it hard? And do I also have moments of, Christ, this is just a relentless life.
And it is relentless. Yes. It's forever.
Especially when, you know, and my mum always says this, they're not robots, they're unpredictable, and there's a lot that goes into being a parent. It's hard work, and I think it is such a valuable thing to do, but it's not easy. And I think just because everybody has babies, it gets somehow trivialised that, everyone has kids. Doesn't mean it's not fucking hard.
Well, this is saying that while politicians and traditionalists might panic about declining birth rates, the bigger picture is just that more women are exercising their right to choose lives they want. Like, we don't want to be tied to the kitchen sink. And also, nowadays, women have to work too, because you need that double income in a household. And childcare is so fucking expensive. Maternity, I mean, our maternity, people slag off our maternity in this country. I was having this conversation the other day. It's not that bad in this country when you look at other countries.
Some countries.
It's really, really not.
Other countries have it brilliant. I think we're middle.
We're middle. But, you know, I don't blame women for doing this. And I sometimes think, God, if I was like, I think maybe if I hadn't have had Dixie when I met Andrew, would I have had any more children? I don't know.
Really? Do you don't think?
But then I already had one, in for a penny, in for a pound, chuck a few more in. But And, you know, I get great joy from my kids, like as we all do, but also like great amounts of,
of our sake as well.
And I do get a lot of freedom and I think like that. So I then wonder, that's why women are miserable. It is. It's why so many women that are married with children, they are unhappy because you feel like you're tied down. You don't have any freedom. You feel like you're doing the mother load of everything. You're trying to work. You're trying to run a house. You're looking after a fucking man, baby, and capable husband. You know, the majority are. We get that a lot on the podcast, and I know there's anomalies to that, and more men are standing up.
Yeah, there are good men.
I'm not man bashing.
But we do hear from a lot.
It's very hard, and then you know it has created resentment and women are miserable because they just feel like, God, what about me? What is left? There's nothing left of yourself to even commit to yourself if you want to. You know, it'll be sometimes, I mean, I'm knackered and I think, oh, it'll be nice to do like face mask tonight and just even wash my hair and dry it. And you're so tired, you can't be asked because everything of yourself's been given to everybody around you and there's nothing left. You're like an empty vessel.
All I'm going to say, that's where I came into the beginning topic of this podcast, why I also take issue with that, because exactly that. Women are expected to have to fucking do everything, including shagging their partners, it seems. And sometimes you just want to go, no.
But it shouldn't be a job, shagging our partners, right? But we feel like that because you're exhausted with life.
Knackered, yeah.
You know, and I don't know, I just hats off to the women that opt out. I think if I could live two lives, I'd live the one I'm living now, and then I would live a child-free life on a horse ranch. And I would just like, do you know what I'd do? I'd buy a private jet and I'd just travel the world with my horses.
So many more of like my peers and like my age group and people I speak to are like, yeah, no, it's not for me.
And Imo's 30.
Like seriously considering not having kids.
Yeah.
I think it's way more of a thing than just even a few years ago.
And Imo,
it's also more socially acceptable now. Whereas before it would be like, what's wrong? Why aren't you having children? Now it's like, I just fucking don't want those bastard kids.
Imo,
like, they're annoying.
What is the general consensus around that? Is it finances, freedom? What would you say
I think it's
is driving
a bit of everything. It's freedom. It's having more money. It's having the money for that freedom. It's also seeing all of the things that go along with parenthood that are more widely spoken about, and they're just like, that's not for me.
I'll be completely honest, actually. Alex and I mean, as you know, I was really debating having a third. I mean, that ship is well and truly, I'm too old now, but that ship has sailed. But I think, no, I am. I'm 44. I mean, if these old bastards
women are listening to this, being like, but I'm 44 and I'm having a baby. You are going to be fucking tired. Let me tell you. If you are chucking out a baby at 44, let me tell you, you are not feeling fresh after that shit.
But Lou,
because I felt very different to 23 versus 30.
Well, I felt the difference between 35
fucking
and
tired. I'm telling you, you're not like designed for that shit.
But
it's exhausting.
But really, our main sort of we haven't never made a decision. It's just like, I don't think it is. It could still happen. No, but because, and we did have quite a pragmatic chat. I've got my two who I adore. A third child for me typically means I have to take a step back from my career. And quite honestly, right now, my career's flying. I'm really enjoying life. I'm enjoying a bit more of the freedom I get because my kids are a bit older. And genuinely, Alex and I had the conversation. I said, well, if we did have another baby, I would need, you would need to be co-parenting. And he was like, I'll be honest, he's really into his career as well at the moment. He's really into his career. And I was like, well, that's a really...
What's the point in then having a kid?
And while we talk a lot about this on the pod and I do in my other work, the importance of having these really honest chats, because having that honest chat was a really important one for us to go, well, because if I did suddenly fall pregnant, hearts and flowers, let's have a third baby. At the practicalities of, I don't want to take a step back from my career, neither does he.
So that's okay.
And then it's also not fair on a child to not have parents looking after it. So we were like, let's just not have that decision. But again, we have selfishly made that happily.
We talked about having more kids when we bought this house. I had this romantic visions of like...
You wanted that boy. Remember one time you were like, I want a boy.
I was like,
for 5 minutes.
I might want a boy.
Boys are great. I love my boy.
And then I said to Andrew, the thing is, if we want one, I'd want a boy, and it would have to be twins, so it had a mate. So then we're going to have 5 kids.
A lot, Lou.
And that's just a lot.
That old
and
vag
also,
can't sustain that.
I don't really want to look after them. So then I'd have to have like 2 full-time 24-hour nannies. And what's the point in having a kid if
what's
you're
the
just
point in
going to
having
give
a
it to
baby
a
if you don't want it? Yeah, exactly.
I don't really want it. And he was like, nah, no, do I? Nor do I.
So you like the
wants to go to
idea of
Santa
it
Fe
more
to
than
see
the
Black.
actual thing.
Yeah, it's a romantic
Exactly.
notion. And the problem
Yes.
is when we action the romantic notions and then it fucking lands, that stork delivers the baby, it's not romantic
It's like when
anymore.
people
not
want the
romantic.
wedding, but they don't really want the
Yes.
marriage.
Yes.
Exactly. Preach it, sister.
But the problem is you can get divorced. You can't give, you can give the baby away, but that's a bit mean.
But it's also
There's a lot of trauma.
and it's just not fair on the baby.
know.
And that's what we came to that conclusion.
So-
Lovely idea of having 3 kids, but it's practically we're too
I
selfish.
would love to hear from our Lufanians that have decided to duck out of the traditionalist marriage and kids. I want to know what lives you're living. You're probably in Bali, like making beads and working freelance in tech whilst like shagging some really hot guys and riding elephants and horses.
And equally,
And a pet monkey. That would actually be my dream. I
maybe a
just
tiger.
basically said what I want to do.
You literally just said your dream. Or I want to flip it as well. Have we got anyone that's the complete polar opposite who has actively said, no, I actually love this. I've got a great partner. What does the fulfillment give me of choosing the family way as opposed to the career? Because I genuinely want to hear those stories
Well, I
too.
think that is the difference in people, right? Because some people are very happy on their own in their own skin. Like I never used to be when I was younger. I like hated being alone. I didn't even want to eat alone in a restaurant.
Really?
Yeah, hated it. I didn't
I
like
love
that
it.
at all. And now
I'm such an introvert.
I'm like, oh my God, give me like I love going away by myself. I love eating by myself. I love like not responding to
I think
messages
that's a maturity
on my
thing
phone.
as
I do
well,
as well. I
'cause
think
I
it's
love
as you
it.
mature. And I think the problem that we have now, or not, it's not a problem, but the fact of it is that women are delaying these things and they're thinking, well, I will do that. But then you hit like your mid to late 30s and you think, oh
TikTok.
no. Well, no, because you've matured.
Oh, yeah.
And then you think, actually, I am quite happy doing this shit alone. And what if I had to drag old Martha along? It wouldn't be quite the same. So I'm
think
ducking out.
that's
Whereas when
also-
you're young and dumb and you do it, like I was 23 and then I had one and I was like, well, I can't change it now. And like had my little mate and I had a lot more energy then.
But that is why, statistically, women, when women, because now the birth rate of first babies is so much older now, that is why statistically those women are more likely to suffer from postnatal depression because they've had the established career,
They're
the
grieving a
established
loss.
life. Exactly. When you're younger and had
You
children,
don't know. I knew
you
no
don't know what
different.
you're missing.
I just always had to have a kid and had to work. And, you know, I was like
Yeah, you didn't know any
23,
different.
running a few businesses. Like, that was just my life, you know?
Go on, Ems.
I think also it's kind of why people are remaining single, like because they're finding their freedom. If you're single for an extended period of time, you get into your own way of doing things, you appreciate yourself more, you have your own life, and then it's like, well, someone else got to fit into that, and
Doesn't fit.
sometimes you don't want them. You don't want to change the life that you've got, so they don't fit into that life. So I think some people
that's
are like,
it.
How does that marry up?
How does the jigsaw doesn't work?
Like I love, that's what Alex and I came to, we love our life now,
Yeah.
you know, and it's like the disruption.
It is a disruption, though. You're not
is
prepared for it's not worth it.
No, it's not worth it. We love our 2 children, but the disruption for where we are now in our life is not quite worth it.
Anyway, listen, I'd love to hear from our Lufanians. Do write into us, LuAnna@everythingluanna.com, because I'm just interested in this.
Tell us
people's
your
opinions.
lives. Tell us your
about your
lives.
This is a really bad story now.
Go on.
A Danish zoo has asked for unwanted pets to feed to its predators.
Oh.
This bloody zoo in Denmark's appealed to the public to
Bloody
donate
zoo, bloody
their
zoo.
healthy, unwanted pets as part of a unique effort to provide food. It's asked for donations of live chickens, rabbits and guinea pigs, which it says are going to be gently euthanized by trained staff. They've also accepted donations of live horses with owners able to benefit from a tax break.
Posting on Instagram, the zoo explains it has a responsibility to imitate the natural food chain of the animals and
is
smaller livestock and make up an important part of the
That
diet of our
is
predators.
true, though,
I mean, we don't
isn't
think
it?
anything of giving a
It's
snake
like-
a live mouse,
I
do
know,
we?
but it's like the fox is eating my ducks.
Eating the
It's
R.I.P.
nature.
buzzer. The zoo says the food provided in this way is reminiscent of what it would naturally hunt in the wild, and that is especially true for the Eurasian lynx. Other predators being kept at the zoo include lions and tigers. The small animals can be donated on weekdays with no more than 4 at a time without an appointment. disappointment. I mean, I just think back now.
Imagine like going to school.
Here's my pet guinea pig.
Bye, Harvey, bye, Bubbles. And then you get home, your fucking mum's taking them to feed to a lion.
I actually think now.
Really bad.
I had 2 guinea pigs, Pip and Pepper, which I stopped looking after as a child. And my mum threatened me. No, mum, she's Pony Club mum. She threatened me 3 times. I had 3 chances. You don't clean out guinea pigs and giving them away. Well, I didn't, did I? Third time came home from school. Guinea pigs been given away to somebody else. But imagine they'd been taken to the zoo. I'd have felt dreadful.
Well, listen to this. On its website, underneath a picture of a tiger devouring a piece of meat, Allberg Zoo lays out the conditions for donating horses.
Oh, no.
They need to have a horse passport and cannot be treated for an illness within the past 30 days. If they're successful, horse donors can then receive a tax deduction. The thing is, I have to say that there are a lot of horses that are just kept alive.
When they shouldn't be.
Like when they shouldn't be. And so I do get
Lou,
it's like
you know
natural
what this
that the lions and the tigers have to eat. But I couldn't go and feed little Haggis the Shetland
stop it.
to a tiger.
It's the circle of life. But
See,
not in Ireland.
and then the thing is, the carnivores, they need the meat, the fur, the bones to give them a natural diet. So...
Sorry, you both just put at the bottom. It's a hamster trauma story waiting to happen.
That's terribly sad, but also I do get it. I do.
Look, at Fox ate Boris because he was in the circle of life, and as sad as we are about that.
I'm thinking if I had to have one of my horses put down, I'd rather like donate it to a lion to eat than it just be like buried or like cremated because it's already dead, isn't it?
I think I'd prefer that.
I think actually...
I don't think I could take Teddy the cat, though. Teddy the cat needs to be stuffed.
Are you going to get Simon the Stuffer to stuff Teddy the cat?
I think I might have to. That cat brings me... Talking to kids,
You love that
my
cat.
cat brings me more joy
Than
than
your cat.
anything and anyone in this
Well,
world.
listen, darling, my horses, I prefer them. to
Every
people.
morning, meow, 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 comes in for a little fluffy... He's like...
A little fluffy cuddle.
Even social media man of Bex loves Teddy when she comes around to do me TikTok.
I've never met Teddy.
Teddy's
Actually,
a
I
little.
think I have.
He is a little fluff bag, and
Honey's my best cat.
he's like a lap cat now. You can sort of just pick him up, put him. He's always there when you need him.
You love
Perfect.
Teddy.
I love my Teddy.
He's getting old though. He probably will die soon.
I am starting to prepare myself for this.
You should.
I am going to pay anything to
How
keep
old
him
is he?
alive.
It's quite old.
I think he's around 13.
it's quite old for
That's
a cat.
not that. That's not.
Is
old.
it not?
My
How old
cat
do cats live
lived. My
for?
oldest
18?
cat lived till 21.
Oh, it's in his prime, babe. Let's not talk about Teddy dying.
Right, it's that time of the pod. It's time for
It's the Widow of the Week.
Right, Anonymous, so Sadie up first. Please call me Sadie after me granny.
Love that name.
But I think, do you? But I think after there was a girl at school I didn't like called Sadie. It stuck.
I love the
It
name Sadie.
stuck.
And one of the
She was a bit of a wet
ladies that
fart.
rides my horses, Sadie Smith, a very good horse rider, dressage rider. She's really nice. It's made me like the name even more than I already did.
Yeah, I need to perhaps find a better Sadie.
I should have had like a Sadie and Sienna.
Have those 2 more kids, Lou. Anyway, she says, but I think after you hear this story, a better name will be The Peddling Pisser.
Oh.
Ooh. I present to you with no shame a true contender for Weirdo of the Week.
I need a wee, I've just realised.
So do I, Anna Poo. I live
You've
in one
just
of...
done a shit.
It was only a
Half
semi,
shit.
yeah. I live in one of the rainiest cities in the UK and I cycle pretty much everywhere. Now, when the heavens open and I'm already soaked, I've developed a rather unique life hack. Oh no.
She's weird. This is so weird.
Lou, this is not okay.
Oh, she must think of piss, this
If
girl.
I need a wee mid-ride, I just go right there in my shorts on the bike, sometimes at the traffic lights, sometimes mid-pedal, a warm waterfall amidst the cold drizzle. No one can tell. I'm already wet through. And honestly, it's practical. No faffing with public loos or hopping off the bike. Just a stealthy sprinkle and on I go. So yes, I wee myself in public in the rain.
I don't believe that.
And I think that officially qualifies me as the Weird of the Week. You're welcome.
But I want to know, like, is that
She
on your
smells.
way home and then you're just taking off the wet clothes and having a shower? Or is that on your way to work and then you're just drying out?
Do you wear a
I'm
tenner lady
assuming
just
if
to
she's-
catch some of it?
If she's cycling to work, she'll then shower at work. No, because she'll be in her cycling kit.
Yeah. Well, but what if she just takes it off and doesn't shower and then she just stinks of piss? You're going to be known as a pissy
Pissy
office
pants.
girl if you don't wash.
I'm
that is really weird.
fascinated. Like, but maybe there's something quite weirdly euphoric and liberating.
She likes
about
the
that.
feel of the hot.
The warm waz. Because I have to be honest, I do quite like weeing in a wetsuit when I'm in the sea.
Do you?
Yeah.
I've never worn a wetsuit.
Because it all sort of like bubbles and bulges out a bit, so it tickles a bit, doesn't it, Imsy? And you're in that cold sea and you get this warm wee.
Wow.
It's really quite nice.
I always wee in the sea, but I swim away from it as I'm weeing. Move and wee. Because I always think, what if the fish are attracted to the wee and then one's going to like swim up my vag? Does nobody else think that?
I always think if I wee in the sea, I think like, is the hole open enough for like little micro fishies to swim
don't give me a new anxiety.
Yeah. They swim in the bell end, hole end bit, whatever it's called. The phrase
hole.
I can't say anymore.
The hole.
I really want to say.
Well, yeah.
Alex is now worried for his penis and fish in the sea.
Have
You're
you
going
never
on
had a
holiday
fish up your
next week.
penis, Al?
You've not lived. Right, let's see if
Nothing's lived
Primrose
in you.
is weirder.
Right.
It lives
In
in
me.
me.
Alex, enjoy your holiday next week and don't worry about fishes going up your penis.
Wow, it's
There
a
we
thing.
are.
It's a thing, honestly.
thing.
Right, hey,
Get Bex to
LuAnna.
suck it out.
Oh, grim.
Too much, sorry. I've
Emma
crossed the
went,
line.
oh, grim.
I've talked that's not Alex's penis. I'm sure it's
Oh, now
stop.
I've got
Too
images
much.
of Beck sucking Alex
guys.
off. And you're right in front of me.
on.
Poor Al.
Oh, no.
Can I say Alex looks more
Quick.
awkward than we do?
Eraser.
Sorry, Al.
Eraser.
We hope you've got a burgeoning sex life because mine and Lucy's dry.
That's why we're like.
That's why we can't log on
logging
to
into
Pornhub.
Right,
Who's
Primrose.
the Sedos? We are.
We are.
Yeah.
Right,
Anyway.
avid listener since 2023 and still working my way through the back episodes in between new episodes. Anna, I'm taking this very seriously.
Primrose, I salute you. Fan of the week.
She says, I've made it to 2022. So only a year left to go.
Well done. Keep listening back to
Not
back
much
catalogue.
time when I'm child free. Hence, it is taking a while. See, because you have no time when you have kids. But it's also my happy place to escape. So thank you both. Again, the need to escape from your life when you have children. We're like an advert for not having them.
Well, last week I hid in a utility room from my two because I was just so fed up with the ruddy fighting. I hid in the
It's
utility
so annoying.
room.
I don't even go to the toilet by myself.
Oh.
And Clemmy's developed this habit now. She thinks she has to hold my hands for me to do a poo.
Wait, to a poo. I got pushed off the loo the other day by Enzo. He was
See?
like, hurry up, I need to go. I was going to use
when
the other
you
one.
can't even go to the toilet in peace.
No, I got like
You know your life's over.
elbowed off the loo.
Anyway, not sure if it was a new episode or an old or both, but I keep hearing stories which include flushing tampons down the toilet. Am I the only one out there who doesn't do this?
Yeah, don't do this.
I assumed wrapping in the packet of the new one and putting in the bin was the norm, but now I'm not sure.
Yes.
Am I weird for putting it in the bin?
No.
Or are all these tampons, or who are all these tampon flushers? Please give me a granny name of your choice. I love them all. Thanks. Well, when I use tampons, I would always flush the tampon.
Oh, you shouldn't flush a Tammy. Well, you flush them.
Well, not anymore.
No, you need to put them in the bin. Bin.
Are you
But to be
sure?
fair, people did used to flush them. Defo.
I think they are flushable.
You can flush them, but I don't think it's recommended for like
sanitary.
and stuff.
Or the pipes.
We always get
If
recommended.
you've got a super plus and that shit's sodden with
Macerates
blood,
it.
it might plug up the pipe.
Tampons
Clog
have
up.
definitely blocked up the drains in my house.
Really?
Like back
I
in the
think
day.
Yeah,
here
you're
they
not
might
meant to
do.
flush them.
You're not meant to flush tampons, guys.
Oh, please
put
don't
them
flush
in the bin.
They'll end
tampons.
up part
I
of the
do what this-
fatberg.
Exactly, it's the fatberg.
It's a
yeah,
fatberg.
it's a fatberg. I do what this lady does. I unwrap the new one, put the old one in that, maybe a little bit of extra bog roll if it needs
Yeah.
it, and then in the bin.
Oh, periods are so icky. I just hate periods.
Is that your rant of the week, or do you have another
No,
one?
can I have got a really quick rant.
Go
I'm
on.
aware that we've been going on for a long fucking time.
Doesn't matter. It's been a good ep. I loved it.
Right, let me tell you, I'm going to name and shame a business now.
Oh.
Okay?
Can
Because, no,
I just say,
they're fucking illegal.
memo to lawyers.
No,
Here we go.
Because, right, my inbox was full. Okay?
What do you mean?
Well, I got the thing. Your inbox is
Oh,
full.
yeah.
Because I'm really bad at like any kind of life admin. I just let them all fucking clog up.
Right.
And anyway, now
It's like full of spam, you mean?
spam, it's just
Yeah.
bullshit. Look
Yeah.
look at fucking
newsletters
Right. And can
and-
I just say, so now a new email comes in. Look, I'll go to it. Here's one that's
on.
come in. Click on it. There's a new thing. Unsubscribe from this mailing list. Unsubscribe. And then I unsubscribe and then I delete.
Yeah.
Do you know how many brands I've been having to do this? I haven't signed up. Anyway,
So it's an opt-out.
here's another one. Right. There is this one brand, White Fox Boutique. Okay, I think they're not in this country. I think I bought some shit for Dixie months ago. Yeah, I have unsubscribed 16 times now, and they keep fucking emailing me. I don't want your fucking emails, and every time I do it, look, I'm going to click again right now. Here we go. Ready? Because this just came in.
Stop
again.
It.
Another fucking email. Unsubscribe. Then it takes me to their annoying fucking website. Don't want to buy any of your shit. Hey, babe, breakups are hard. We're sad to see you go. If you're sure this is really over, you can unsubscribe by unticking the checkboxes below. Oh. Oh.
Fucking brilliant! Yes, sis!
I'm dying.
I just farted with laughter.
Okay. Well,
but the principle is the same.
White Fox Boutique, I take it back. Because turns out it's the first time I've read your annoying blurb, and I have been checking both SMS and email and pressing update. So I have been resubscribing and not unsubscribing, apparently. Well, why? Why do they say untick? It should be tick and then update, shouldn't it?
Can I just say, if Social Media Manager Bex doesn't do a zoom in on the if ever that was the penny has dropped meme, I don't know what was. Oh, Lou, you're an absolute ledge. What a card. I'm sorry,
now, live, I'm unsubscribing because I kept wondering, update, I've unchecked. If I get emails after I've now unchecked.
This could be a part 2,
So basically, I've been thinking I've been unsubscribing. They've been really pissing me off. You don't understand. It's been driving me insane.
They will be loving
the
PR.
Where I was going to call them up and I was going to be like, I keep unsubscribing and you keep emailing me. It turns out, no, I was wrong. Okay, right. Well, that's been great. Thanks, that's it.
Probably my most favourite rant because the rant actually backfired. That is it. Don't worry, we'll be back here every Monday. All hail the Zis balls. You don't have to wait for any more of this absolute dross gold. On Thursday, we have LuAnna totally extra. We need you guys. It's your episode, Lufanians. Send your emails into LuAnna at everythingluanna.com. You can hop onto WhatsApp, send us a voice note or message. Producer Imo is standing by. The number is 07745 266 947. Maybe you can share your penny has dropped moment classics as well.
I was proper slagging them off.
You should give them now some love. Just as a
they do great clothes. They're very popular, White Fox Boutique, with the younger generation.
There you go, free mention.
If you're looking for a good gift for your daughter, then go to White Fox Boutique.
You're great. And so are your newsletters.
Listen, make sure you followed our podcast. It's in that top right-hand corner. Just click follow right now. Tell someone about us and make them listen. Please give us a 5-star rating and leave us a review that just says White Fox Boutique to let us know that you've listened. We'll see you on Thursday. Bye for now.
Bye, guys. You've been watching LuAnna the podcast.
What do they need to do, Anna?
Make sure you subscribe.
Boom.